Hello, everyone, and thank you for joining us today. My name is Elliot. I'm with Arbiter's implementation team. I also have Austin here with me. He'll be helping with questions as they come in. So today we'll be taking you through ArbiterPay, how to get signed up for it, or if you're already signed up for it, how to get it linked to your Arbiter Sports side so that you can do everything from your Arbiter Sports account. There will be no more bouncing back and forth between the two, which Arbiter Sports and ArbiterPay. You should be able to complete all of the features right in this account here. So Austin will be in the Q&A section answering questions. So if you have anything you want to see again or you want us to go more detail into, please put that question in the Q&A section and he'll get right to it. We will be having more of these webinars in the future. This wraps up our ArbiterPay one for this week. We will have a recording of it that we'll upload to a help article. I'll make sure Austin puts in the links for both our past webinars and our upcoming ones so that you can register for any future ones that we have. There's no limit, so feel free to join as many as you'd like. With that, we'll go ahead and jump into it. So when you first log in as an official onto Arbiter Sports, first place you're going to want to go is your Payments tab. And you're going to see two options. First one we're going to cover is this Activate ArbiterPay account. This is used if you have not registered for an ArbiterPay account yet. In the past, you'd have to go to arbiterpay.com and do the registration from there. We've now added this feature to where if you click on Activate ArbiterPay account, you can fill out all of this information here. So you'll see it ask for name, email address, date of birth, social security number, and then have you set up a security question as well as a 4-digit PIN. Once you have all that complete, next page is going to ask for an address. And then after that, what that's essentially going to do is create your ArbiterPay account and link it up to your Arbiter Sports. So I'll go through kind of a test one so you can see how it works. See, once I have all that information, I hit next. Oh, so it's telling me I already have an ArbiterPay account under that email address. So let me just one up here. So you'll see on this next page, it asks for an address. Once I have that set up, I just need to make sure that I agree to the terms and condition. Now, once I hit create, that is essentially going to create an ArbiterPay account for me, as well as link it up to this page here. So now if I refresh, there now is my ArbiterPay account. If at any time you need to remove this from your Arbiter Sports account, maybe you set up another ArbiterPay or kind of start from scratch, you can come over to this 3 dots here and click Remove Account and hit OK, and that will take that away. Now, if you are an existing ArbiterPay user and you're looking to link it up to the Arbiter Sports side, you would use this first option here. And it's going to ask for the username that you've created. And then once you have that, it's going to ask for, you'll want to double check that your account number is correct. If it is, you'll hit add account. And it's going to ask for your 4-digit PIN that you've set up. If you have forgotten it or need to reset it, you can use this link here and it will walk you through the steps to get that refreshed for you. Once you have that in, you'll hit confirm. And you'll see here that now that it is linked up. Underneath your ArbiterPay account number, it's going to show the balance that you currently have in that account and how much you received for the month. So you can kind of see, what you've gotten for games you've recently worked, as well as the total amount that's available in your ArbiterPay account. Now, a couple things you can do from here. If you clicked on Edit Account, that's going to allow you to update your PIN if you want to change that 4-digit security PIN. So if you click on Update, it will walk you through how to reset that. You can set up automatic transfers to your bank if you've set up a bank account, which I'll show you here in a minute. Rather than logging in and having to transfer the money manually, you can come in and set up automatic transfers either by the day of the month. So any day on the 5th or any month on the 5th, any amount that's in my ArbiterPay account will automatically move to my bank account that I've set up. Or you can do it by dollar amount and say anytime my account reaches $100, I automatically want it to transfer to my bank. You'll see that each transaction does come with a $1.50 fee. So if you do use automatic payments, there will be a $1.50 processing fee under each transaction. If you come in and manually transfer it, which I'll show you here in a second, there is no fee. That is free of cost. And then down here, you can indicate if you want to receive updates anytime somebody pays you, or whether it be from a different user or you're moving money to a different official. So those will send out notifications to you letting you know that you've been paid by someone. Back on this page, you'll see that we have an option to add a bank account. So the most common way for people to receive money that is transferred into ArbiterPay is to send that to a bank account that they set up. So you'll see here, if I click on this plus sign, it's going to allow me to enter in my bank, the routing number, and the account number. Once I've done all that, it will show like this one here. And I now have the option to move money into that account. So if I come up to hit transfer funds, I can choose to go from my ArbiterPay account to any bank account that I've set up. All I need to do is put in the amount I want to transfer and hit that. And then it will ask for my 4-digit PIN to verify. Once I've entered that and hit confirm, that money goes from my ArbiterPay account to the bank account that I've set up. And you can see that you can set up multiple bank accounts if you'd like. Now, we do have a couple other options to receive your funds. If you want to request a check or you want to register for a prepaid debit card, you can do that. You still would need to log into the arbiterpay.com website to complete that. We are working on moving those features into Arbiter Sports soon. So for the meantime, if you want to check or you want to register for that debit card, please log into arbiterpay.com to complete those. But you'll see here that once you do register for an ArbiterPay card, it's going to show in here as well and show you the amount that is currently on there. And we do give you the option to move those funds to the debit card underneath, where you're similar to how you would transfer to a bank. Underneath the payments tab, you can click on account history, and this is going to show any transactions that have gone in and out of your ArbiterPay account. So you can see here I have a bunch of different payments from here. If I want to get details on each transaction, I can click on these 3 dots. It will show which school paid me or which group, the date, and the game number here. So if I have questions about maybe I was underpaid or something like that, I can quickly contact that group and say, for game 14113, I was paid a penny when I should have received $10 or something like that. And you can also export this to an Excel document. So if you have questions and you want to keep a record of all the amounts or all the payments you received over the year, you can quickly export that to an Excel document and keep that in your records. And over to the left here, you do have some filter options you can use. So if you're looking for a specific date range, you can set those so that you're not having to comb through everything. And then for 1099s, if you are paid by Arbiter and your group has elected Arbiter to run the 1099s for them, If you make over $600 for the year, we will generate a 1099. You would come into this section and hit generate 1099s. And each year that you've received one from us, it would list out here. You would have the option to print it out or download it. Now, keep in mind that we only issue 1099s if you make $600 for the entire year. So anything under that, we wouldn't even generate one. And this was only if the group has elected Arbiter to run those 1099s for them. So a couple things to check if you're not seeing that. One, did you make over 600 for the year? And two, is your group having Arbiter run those for them? And if you give us a call, we can quickly answer those questions for you if you're thinking you need one, but you're not seeing it. And that kind of wraps up the payment side of ArbiterPay and getting it all set up in Arbiter Sports. So we do want to leave it open for questions. So if anybody has anything they want to see again or has any questions, feel free to put those in the Q&A and we'll get right to them. And as I mentioned before, Austin did put the links into the chat section for our upcoming webinars and our past webinars. So if there's anything you want to see that we've done in the past, those will be links to all of our videos that we've recorded for each topic that we've covered. That will be updated later today. We will have more coming in, as well as for the upcoming webinars, we have a bunch that we're scheduling out today. So those registration links will be included in that article as well. So we had a question come in about 1099s and it coming over as a cumulative total. The reason we do that is because all of those payments are run through Arbiter and our tax ID is used on the form. So that's why it's looked at as a total amount. So if you have a school pay you $400 and then another school pay you $300, we look at that as a total of over $600. And because that's ran under our tax ID number, by law, we have to issue that 1099 because it is over that $600 amount. So that's why you see it kind of combined rather than it being looked at as each individual school. And if you're seeing any weird fees in ArbiterPay that you have questions on, give us a call. We can take a look at it, see if we can get that removed. Over the past few months, our support center has been extremely busy due to the pandemic last year and us having to kind of revamp our support center, but we are up and running now better than ever. So if you have questions, we can get somebody to help you right away and see what's going on with your account. So please feel free to reach out to our support center and one of our agents will get you taken care of. So someone's asking to see the manual transfer of funds again. So that's where, if you're on this page here and you have an amount in ArbiterPay, you can click on transfer funds. And you'll see it's going to come from the ArbiterPay account, and you can choose from either bank that you've set up or your debit card if you do have registered for one. So right here, I'm just going to select my main bank and put in the amount. Once I hit transfer, it's going to ask for my 4-digit PIN. Once I hit that and click confirm, that's when that transfer will take place. It will go from the ArbiterPay account to the bank and no cost. There's no fees that come with that one. All right, looks like some questions are still coming in, so if you think of anything, please throw those in the chat. Either Austin will respond to you directly, or I will show everybody if it pertains to most people. Someone asked how long that transfer takes. So if you transfer it to your bank, we usually say about 2 to 3 business days for it to become available in your checking or your savings account. Just depends on how quick your bank is to receive those and process them. So on average, we see about 2 business days. Another good question came in, if there's a charge for a check or a debit. Yes, if you do request a check, there is an $8.50 fee that comes with that. That will just be taken out of the total amount that you've requested the check for. If you register for an ArbiterPay debit card, there is a $5 fee to receive the card. And then how that works is each time you use that card, it adds on an additional 50 cents. So if you get gas for $10, it'll actually be $10.50. All right, looks like the questions are kind of slowing up, so we'll go ahead and wrap it up. We'll stay on for a bit, so if you have any last minute questions, please feel free to throw those our way. But we'll let everybody kind of get a jump start on the weekend. But we appreciate you guys jumping on. Hopefully this was helpful. We will be having more of these throughout the summer and into the school season. So you'll also be receiving a survey that you can fill out. There's a section to request topics for us to cover. So if there's something specifically that you want to see, definitely fill out that survey and let us know, and we'll be sure to get it added on to our list of things that we're going to cover. But again, we appreciate everybody jumping on. Hope everyone has a great weekend.